Channel the Future Tarot. My name is Bella. In like a lamb and out like a lion. Totally how I feel coming into your energy as I was meditating on it. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Leo. Take what resonates, toss the universe what does not. It's not in for you, and that's okay. We're going to use the same bowl, taking that deep breath in and then exhaling whenever you feel so inclined to do so. Just going to help balance your energies and set your intentions, okay? Peace, love, health, and wealth, Leo. Oof. What an energy. As I was meditating, we did draw some oracle cards. We will draw these cards that I've got here placed from the book at the end, because I think the messages are powerful and hugely resonate, and I love the author's perspective. So we'll take a look at that. And that, we're going to jump in. I'm going to try a Hermit spread, whether you're a Virgo or not. It's a hugely powerful, reflective spread to look at what things we have to, we can mirror the things that we kind of navigated our way through in recent past. So let's jump in here, Leo. We've got Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Number 35, believe in divine timing. Okay, so sometimes we get caught up in life and we start to believe that, frustrated that things aren't working out the way we want or as fast as we want. And that can go in personal life, in our own career, or within our own internal healing or growth. I feel like you were, frustrated that you're not further along in some process than you would like to be, or that you thought you would be by now. We have 67 coming out, Wolf Spirit in reverse, turn knowledge into wisdom. Leo, this is powerful for you because right now I feel like there's a lot of heavy energy here. There's a sense of, what is unknown, right? Again, trusting in that unknown and the divine timing, and you having that unsteady ground here because what is yet to be discovered isn't really kind of worked its way out for you. Be humble, try to, remain sort of calm through this and just let Spirit's plan unfold in its way. Be playful because you've got Sandpiper Spirit coming out here for you. Leo, have fun. Get out there and be that bold part, person and part of yourself that you have kind of been, keeping a little bit shy or timid for some time, because I feel like you're just trying to blend in, and that's not you. I feel like there's a real sense of blending in. That's not how your energy really is, meant to prosper, right? You got 63, Vulture Spirit. It came out sideways here. Nothing is wasted. I feel like for you, this is that kind of in-between worlds, in-between of healing and letting go, looking at the past and how it's affected you. I feel like all your suffering is not in vain, and every experience that you've been through is not wasted. And sometimes, again, when it comes, you're looking at the past, like, why? Like, why did I have to go through that? And I feel like, don't be hard on yourself while you're doing that. There is nothing you did, to deserve the things that are happening or happened to you in the past. We're all here. We've all signed up for this journey, and learning what is prevalent is most important, so you don't repeat these things going in the future, right? We don't want to do that. You have let your past go come out here, Leo. This is definitely an energy. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and now it's gone. Right? It's the past. It's, let it go. See only love here. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed ways. Exactly. Let it go. Forgive and let live, right? It is not worth holding on to any energies, negative or anyone in the past. Take what you need from it, the lessons, the blessings, and let it go, because it is not going to serve you any good going forward. We're also going to look at the, your placements astrologically right now, Leo. Mars is in Leo right now until the 17th of June. This is the planet of energy and drive, right? And I feel like it's in your sign right now, and I feel like this transit can actually boost your confidence and your passion level. And the sun is in Gemini right now until the 21st. And the sun in Gemini kind of illuminates your 11th house of friendship, social groups. Get out there, have some fun, be playful. You know, this could be highlighted. You could feel that surge of wanting to do that. You also have Mercury coming out in Cancer from June 22nd. Now this is a, you know, it's a planet of communication, and it moves into it till June 22nd. This transit can definitely aid in sort of memory retention, but it also kind of brings our focus to sort of emotional honesty within our relationships and the need for it. Jupiter is in Cancer, which loves to be, but that's a long-term transit here for you. But this is, you know, it's about embracing that you know, your sort of, all your flaws and your sort of, you know, evolved self here. You know, taking a look at all the things, the lessons, how you've grown. And I feel like, you know, you don't have to be worried about, you know, are the same things going to happen to you, are the same people going to do, you know, you're not going to be easily fooled in some ways. I feel like it's necessary to say to you. We're going to take a look at that Hermit spread out here. Now, this is what you're going to be even navigating, trying to navigate your way through. Then we're going to take a look at what's been distracting you. What you kind of use as hope forward, what is preventing you from seeing your way, what you have to address before you can move forward, and then sort of the outcome, and we will kind of clarify anything else that needs to be, if we feel like it needs to be. You got Truth Transcends Illusion on the bottom of the deck as well over there, Leo. That's, you know, 22, a master number. Dragonflies can be powerful for you as well. You can be seeing the number 22 as well. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities. You know, right now I feel like as the truth transcends this illusion for you, things become so crystal clear in so many ways, and in ways you never thought possible, okay? What is Leo been trying to navigate? You know, I feel like you've been working on your growth game, and coming out of a past, you know, situation, whether it was a job or that left you kind of with a bitter taste in your mouth, and you've been working towards letting that go in this sort of slumber state. Four of Swords, revealing, look at the heart there. She's kind of got her heart on a string, protecting it, getting some rest, recuperation. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Fours are foundations, but this is for me a sense of getting rest and recovering. You know, that's what you've been navigating your way through, is this healing process, this recovering, this, you know, painful heartbreak that, you know, definitely, whether it was job, grief, loss of someone you loved, or just, you know, breakup of some sort of relationship, friendship even, this had a huge, you know, loss, painful moment for you. This is hard for you to overcome. I feel that here a lot. So my heart goes out to you as you've been healing through this. You got that Judgment. It's an awakening point for you, probably. What is distracting Leo? I feel like, you know, we all are part of our healed self, and we get lost in thought about, you know, the person or the place or whatever hurt us in the past, and kind of bring ourselves back to that painful moment. That doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, just kind of redirect your thoughts if you can, as fast as you can. The Two of Swords, that's what's been distracting you in the recent past. I feel like you weren't able to see clearly the way forward, right? There's a mask, you know, I feel like it was maybe presented, it could have been presented by you just not wanting to see the truth of the situation, or the truth of the person. It was, you know, I feel like definitely feeding you falsities, right? Always picking at you, giving you illusions, right? Misconceptions, not truths, right? But I feel like you just didn't want to see the truth for what it was until you had to, for some of you. And that was, you know, painful, right? That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again out here. So you could be dealing with that, or that just is, you know, you're going through a real mind-numbing pain. Now what can you do to move through the darkness here? What can you rely on for hope, or what hope could guide you forward here? The Eight of Pentacles, hard work, determination, maybe focusing on hard work there. That card comes wanting to sit out there. Justice in reverse, so we'll take that as well. That balancing of self, but I feel like balancing the scales within yourself, allowing yourself that self-love, that maturity of understanding where you are. Now, also working on your growth game is going to be strong. Focusing on work or whatever you're passionate about right now is going to keep, you know, your pentacles chasing the dollar is going to keep you more focused and then less, you know, running amok out of this, you know, going back and reviewing the past and all that it presented. That is Libra energy 11 as well for you. But the scales were not balanced, and I feel like you're becoming more emotionally balanced within yourself. And as you do, that person, place, or thing is no longer going to have that control or that energy over you to sort of dictate how or, you know, what information you perceive or allow, right? They're not going to be able to lie to you so easily, I feel like, okay? We're going to take a look at what you can do to move forward here. There's a lot of Libra energy. I feel like you could be dealing with that Libra outcoming the Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, running amok, right? I feel like getting out of your head is going to be powerful right now. Sometimes we just do ourselves more damage than good. We got that, you know, ruminating thoughts, running circles and creating more questions than answers. And I feel like once you kind of stop that negative, just put the, you know, win or lose, you just got to put it down, let it go, right? You don't have to keep running up so many questions because you're never going to get the answers, I feel, from the situation entirely, and you'll always have more questions than you will have answers for some of you. And so I feel like instead of trying to chase the answers that you may never truthfully get, it isn't worth it. You don't need that sort of, you know what I mean, for some of you. What hope, what people, places, or things can help aid you through this moment? Six of Cups, okay. It could be a person from the past, a friend from the past, but I don't feel like it's a closure from the past. Like, I just heard spirits like, no, it's closure from the past. That is what is going to get, so whether this closure comes from actually another person or, you know, place or thing, this closure has to happen within yourself. Forgive and let live. That's, you're doing this for yourself and not them. They're not, so, and gives them the power not to control the narrative anymore. The Moon card coming out in the High Priestess. Whew, how powerful intuitive nature is. Following your own intuition, never second guessing that will often never let you get in this situation again. I feel like this person made you second guess your intuition. Maybe told you that, you know, the narrative was you were crazy and all that other stuff. What is the outcome if Leo truly gets this closure and this healing? The Fool, a new beginning for you, that leap of faith, that is what is going to come out of this, a brand new beginning with self and a truly evolved self, one that is so powerful and, you know, radiant, and you're going to truly, like, just people are going to be magnetizing to you. I feel like that you're really drawing every positive thing, you know, to you at this point. It is beautiful. You have that Moon card on the bottom of the deck. That is that illusion, that truth is transcending. The Magician on the bottom of the deck, the Hangman. Once you move yourself out of that perspective, the scales will balance here and you will have that beautiful new beginning, Leo. It's just, it's right there. Can I clarify that Two of Swords? I just want to see what that Two of Swords brings in for me. If I get a little bit more information on that Two of Swords, please, for Leo. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, it was around your foundation. It was about, you know, maturity, wealth, growth, you know, working towards something. And the harvest was broken. I keep hearing, like, they weren't working towards the same goals, right? They were cheating some sort of fact. That could have been around work as well. That could be a sense of around work. We have the Five of Pentacles, poverty, right? Mindset keeping you stuck in that sense of scarcity, not having enough, not believing there's enough. Coming out for you as well. And then that Nine of Wands in reverse, restriction, keeping you believing that you can't go forward, right? There's a, you know, negative manipulating energy there. Can I clarify that Fool card for Leo? What's this new beginning look like? I feel like it's only uphill from here, right? Like you're in like, it's like, yeah, it's great energy. That Magician in reverse, you have the power to alchemize it, change your, manifestations, your affirmations coming in with that Fool card. You do truly have all that power. That Knight of Pentacles is slow moving energy, but at least you're moving towards something. You're not staying stuck in it. So you're going to start to focus on, jobs, information, that energy of the Five of Swords, betrayal, letting that betrayal go, right? That person that stabbed you in the back there is not part of the new narrative. It's not part of the new plan, so let that go. Ace of Swords coming out on the bottom of the deck. Again, win or lose, you're drawing a line in the sand. No more of that bullshit. No more of that scarcity mindset. No more believing that you don't deserve all the happiness in the world, and all the abundance that comes with it. That is not your story, my friends. Remember that. Let's take a look at the 2 cards that we drew, and we'll read from the book here. We got Up from the Depths, releasing difficulty, number 6. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is you, up from the depths, releasing that difficulty, the narrative that just kept telling the same story, but it wasn't your story anymore to be told, right? A woman rises from a dark, watery place, heading up the stairs that lead to a brilliant, peaceful light. This card foretells a time of great release for you. An all-consuming issue is about to be resolved, or at least it is moving in the right direction. This difficult experience may relate to ongoing hostilities at work, financial problems, or unhappy relationships. Perhaps the depths you're coming out of are profoundly personal. It's also possible you in deep depression, dealing with chronic anxiety, or a loss in an ocean of grief. Whatever the source of sadness or frustration, the light of divine love is shining down, healing this situation. Although there may still be some remaining steps before resolving this problem, rest assured that a bright new beginning is near. I love that for you. Number 12, elements, nature spirits, and the 4 elements. Get grounded in that and pay attention to signs and synchronicities around you, because you're definitely divinely protected. This card represents a real power in the universe that few people ever think about. The elementals are nature spirits that vibrate with the energy of the environment that they come from. They include all things from earth energy, water spirits from the lakes and streams. Fire spirits are tiny orbs of light that bring vibration of the sun. Even if you aren't familiar with these spirits, you can call on them to bless you with the energy they need. Earth energy is good for grounding, stability, and wisdom. Air vibrates with the breath of life, communication, and intelligence and travel. Water brings healing, fluidity, cleansing, and change. And fire brings purification, light, activity, and creativity. These entities are definitely always available to you. So consider which element's power you want to tap into and continue with the sweet beings who can deliver that energy to you. They're not just that stuff of fantasy. They're here for you now and always. So embrace. Talk to your spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Speak your words and thoughts and even worries into being, and don't be afraid to share your sacred self with the spirit, because they're there for you to help you guide this through. The pain of the past is no longer prevalent. It's your time. Till namaste. Next time, namaste.